Hey, boys and girls. This is our new read aloud that we're going to start today. It's called Save Me a Seat by Sarah Weeks. I like this book a lot. Mrs. Trump and Mrs. Gavin have been reading this to begin the fifth grade school year every year. I believe in fourth grade, at least I know Mr. Schwally's class and Miss Andrews' class read Because of Mr. Terrence. I'm not sure if Mrs. Caceres' class did or not. And this is a similar story to that because it's told from the character's perspective. So there are two boys in this story, Ravi and Joe. Ravi is a new boy who just moved from India to New Jersey, and this is about Ravi's first week of school. So the chapters take turns. It's only goes over the first 5 days of school. We start out with Monday, and they call that chicken fingers. And chapter 1 is from Ravi's perspective. And then chapter 2 is from Joe's perspective. So it's always going back and forth for different people's points of view of what's going on at the same time. So I am going to preface this with there's a lot of Indian names of foods and things. And I'm not Indian. If it was German, I could help out, but I don't know the language. So I have some cheat sheets here of how to pronounce some things, and some of you may know that I'm saying things incorrectly, and I'm so sorry if I do that. So we have Save Me a Seat by Sarah Weeks. Chapter 1, Monday Chicken Fingers. Chapter 1, Ravi. Most people in America cannot pronounce my name. On the first day of school at my new school, my teacher, Mrs. Beam, is brave enough to try. Suryane, she says, with her eyebrows twitching as she attempts to sound it out. Suryani Riyanan, I say slowly. I'm going to have to work on that, she says with a laugh. I laugh too. That is my surname. My first name is Ravi. It's pronounced Ravi, with a soft Ra and a strong V, Ravi. In Sanskrit, it means the sun. In America, people call me Ravi, with the stress on the first syllable. That doesn't mean anything. Patience is a virtue, Amma reminds me often. She believes that, with time, people will learn how to say our names correctly. My grandmother tells her not to hold her breath. We moved to Hamilton, New Jersey a few months ago, May 13th to be exact. I'm fresh off the boat, as they say. Fresh off the boat means you immigrated into America from another country. I'm fresh off the boat, as they say. My father got a promotion at his IT job in Bangalore, so they transferred him to America. In India, Amma and Appa and I had our own house. We had a cook. We had a big garden. We even had a driver to take us wherever we needed to go. My grandparents lived in their own flat nearby. Now we live all together in one house, in a place called Hamilton Mews. Things are very different here in America. Appa, that's father, takes the train to work. We don't have to cook anymore, so Amma, that's mother, has to prepare all the meals herself. Our new house is much smaller than the old one. There's only one bathroom upstairs, which I share with my grandparents. I wouldn't mind so much, except that Paripa, am I saying that right? Paripa likes to take long showers, and Parima leaves her teeth in the glass by the sink. I learned to speak English when I was very young. We speak mostly English at home, and I went to an English medium school. But for some reason, people here in New Jersey have trouble understanding me when I speak, and I'm trying to learn how to swirl my tongue to sound more American. My grandmother doesn't like it. Be proud of who you are and remember where you come from, she tells me. If you're not careful, you'll turn into one of them. Your grandfather didn't slave in the tea plantation so that his only grandson would become a rude, overweight, beef-eating cowboy. I don't think Parima likes America. In India, my school in India was called Vidya Mandir, which means Temple of Knowledge. My new school is called Albert Einstein Elementary. Parima could hardly wait to show off to all her friends at home that her grandson had been accepted to a school named after a scientific genius. I'm not a scientific genius, but I am a very good student. My favorite subjects are math, English, and sports, especially cricket. Cricket is a British game that's kind of similar to baseball. Boys and girls, please welcome our new student, Ravi. Ravi, Mrs. Beam says, after she has taken roll call. He's come to us all the way from India. Isn't that exciting? Mrs. Beam is short and round. When she smiles, her eyebrows touch together. I look around the room. A sea of mostly white faces stare back at me. I feel a little nervous. It's my first day of fifth grade in room 506, and I'm the only Indian in my class. There is one other, a boy named Dylan Samreen, but he doesn't count. He's an ABCD. American-born, confused Desi. Desi is the Hindi word for Indian. I can tell Dylan is an ABCD because he speaks and dresses more like an American than an Indian. Tell us something about yourself, Ravi. Ravi, Mrs. Beam says, smiling at me. Yes, ma'am, I say, and I stand at attention. Everybody laughs. Mrs. Beam claps her hands. Boys and girls, where are your manners? She asks. Go on, Ravi. We're listening. I push up my glasses and continue. My name is Ravi Suryaranam. Sorry. And I just shifted here from Bangalore. Everybody laughs again. What's so funny, I wonder? Mrs. Beam claps her hands. Her eyebrows are twitching like mad. Boys and girls, is this how we welcome a new student to Albert Einstein? The room gets quiet. The spotlight is on me. I can feel the whole class staring at me. This is my first day in school in America, and things are not going well. Mrs. Beam turns to me. You can call me Mrs. Beam, she says softly. Whoops, my lights went out in here. Hold on, guys. Okay. You can see me better with the lights on. Where was I? Mrs. Beam turns to me. You can call me Mrs. Beam, she says softly. And Ravi, here in America, students do not need to stand up when their teacher calls on them. Do you understand? Of course I understand. I push up my glasses and I rub my nose. It's something I do when I get nervous. Mrs. Beam comes over to my desk. She has a look of pity on her face. Don't worry, Ravi, she says, patting me on the shoulder. You can introduce yourself to the class later, after you've had a little bit of time to work on your English. We have a very nice teacher named Miss Frost in the resource room. I'm sure she can help you. I want to say, 1, my English is fine. 2, I don't need Mrs. Frost. 3, I was at the top of my class at Vidyar Mandir. That means he was the smartest kid. But here's what I do instead. 1, push up my glasses. 2, rub my nose. 3, I sit down and fold my hands. Having a rough day. My friends and teachers at Vidya Mandir would have a good laugh if they could see me now. Their star student taken for an idiot. What a joke. Mrs. Beam is writing out our homework on the board. I open my notebook, carefully copy down the assignment, and out of the corner of my eye, I see Dylan Samreen staring at me. He looks like a movie star straight out of Bollywood. His long, shiny black hair falls over one eye, and with a quick jerk of his head, he shakes it away. Then he smiles and winks at me. I smile back. Dylan Samreen may be an ABCD, but I think he wants to be my friend. So chapter 2 is the same scene from Joe's perspective, but we're going to save that for tomorrow. All right.